The threshold for making decisions and taking action should be very low. Hi, this is Mark McRae, and today I want to talk to you about making decisions quickly and accurately. So what I find is that 95% of all the decisions you're going to make in your business career should be done almost instantly. It should be based on your knowledge of the subject, the experience of the subject, and it should be rare for you to actually call a team together and try and solve a problem, or by the time it gets to you, if you've got a team, they should have looked at that problem and given you solutions, and then you have to decide on which solution that you want. You shouldn't really be, getting down to the nitty-gritty with your team. Why can't they do that without you? So two things I notice in inexperienced entrepreneurs is they can be reluctant to make decisions sometimes because they feel that they're missing all the parts. And the reality is, in business, you're always going to be missing some information. It's the road of uncertainty. That's where profitability is, and that's where all the money is, if you can make good quality decisions quickly with limited information. As Warren Buffett once said, by the time you have all of the information, it's usually too late, right? Opportunities come, and that's why they're called an opportunity. It's an opportunity to take action. So I'm not saying being reckless, obviously, right? It's a probability thing. If you don't have all the information, what is the probability A is going to happen? What is the probability B is going to happen? What's the, you can play scenarios in your head, but usually the barrier for taking action should be much lower than what most people have. If they just take an action, they would get a result much faster, right or wrong, and you'll be surprised how many times they're going to be right. But that's usually better than deliberating, putting things off. Just get to it. If you know that you've got a difficult decision and you have to make that decision either right now, or next hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, don't put it off. Just get to it straight away, right? Some decisions you will need to take them apart and think it through and think about the second order consequences or the third order consequences. And even then, I've seen people who can deliberate to the point where the customer or the situation has gone because you can't make a decision. Any action is better than no action. It's like, I think it's the Marines, one of the American military bodies, says a good plan today is better than a great plan tomorrow. And I firmly believe that. I don't mind if one of my managers comes to me and said, I did this and I screwed up. That's, would I have made the same decision? Can I teach that person? But somebody who comes to me and says, I didn't do it because I didn't want to make a mistake, is unacceptable. So action is what wins the game. Anyway, if you like these tips, the best place to listen to me is on YouTube. Give me a like, subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Thanks for listening.